All the guests on the Tim show are plucked from the audience on the night of recording. The first time Tim meets them is when they walk up on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BBC Radio Theatre. Brace yourselves for an evening of fun, laughter, education and slight tension. It's the Tim Vine Chat Show. Please welcome your host, Tim Vine! You're too kind. Hello, everyone. And hello, listeners at home. Don't touch that button. Yeah, I went down to the local travel agency. I said, I want to book a flight, very short notice. He said, you've just missed it. Welcome to the Tim Vine Chat Show, the show where you, the audience, provide all the entertainment, which can only mean one thing. What we need is a miracle. What we need is a miracle. And I believe in miracles, don't you?
I do.
You look like someone who likes to laugh, doesn't he? So let's grab this one chance, and if this miracle comes true, it'll be a miracle. What a voice! Give that woman a round of applause. I can feel the excitement in this room, ladies and gentlemen, as the guests sit amongst the actual audience. Malities, 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 malities. Well, that's the formalities over with. So I went down to a local binoculars shop. I tell you what, they saw me coming. Of course, binoculars is plural, and the singular is telescope. I see Basil Brush has been diagnosed with an irregular heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. But I went to the Chinese restaurant. I said, I want to eat something different. I said, I always eat the same thing when I come in here. He said, what do you want to eat? I said, what about that thing you've got written in the window? Yawa Ecat. I'll have that. He said, no, that says takeaway. It's on the other side. I went on a date with a girl called Simile. I don't know what a metaphor. This girl came up to me. She said, I'm going to cover myself in soapy bubbles and you're next. I said, rather you than me. But the metaphor one was good, wasn't it? And do you know, I was once offered a job as a dentist for a gift horse, but you know what they say. You do know what they say, yes. But a friend of mine said to me, he said, Tim, he said, how come there's a crocodile in your car reading a map? I said, he's my navigator. I remember one job interview. The job interviewer said to me, he said, are you ambitious? And I said, no, I'm not. I said, no, I can only live on land. I can't live underwater as well. The best place I ever worked was a shop. I won't tell you the name of the shop because that would be advertising. I'll just tell you the initials. B&Q. Can you remember the last time you ate rice pudding? No. You've got ambrosia. That's what that is. So I went to the coffee shop. I said, I want to buy a cappuccino. He said, is that to sit in? I said, no, I'm going to drink it. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Hello, my name's Bruce Willis, and I was in the Die Hard films, and I used to shoot at people, and people would shoot back at me. Yes, I'm a film star. My name's Bruce Willis. I'm a film star. I'm a film star. I think I may have given you the wrong impression. I remember when my woodwind instrument fell ill, and so I wrote him a card, and the punchlines get well bassoon. You make that funny. So I was working in a health food shop, and a bloke walked in. He said, evening primrose oil. I said, Mr. Vine, to you. He said, soya chunks. I said, he shouldn't have been looking. He said, I want to be the age I was just before I was a teenager. I said, you need this pill. He said, what's that? I said, B12. But I woke up this morning and I was lying on my side. I looked at my alarm clock and I thought, God, it's 6:45 already. Then I sat up and I realised I was staring at a tub of E45. But here is how not to answer the phone in a jaundice clinic. Yellow. What a show we've got for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What a show. And I tell you what, we've got a house band here. Let's hear it for the Conkers. There they are. The Conkers. They've had a string of hits. Yeah, I know, not that old chestnut. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some catchphrases before we bring on the first guest. I can feel the excitement in the room already. Who's the first guest going to be? I want to know as well, but let's do some catchphrases first. The first catchphrase is I say to you, how big are your shoes? And you say?
4.
Your shoes are 4. My shoes are 4. All our shoes are 4. And we all join in with the third bit. Do you like apples?
I do.
You like apples. I like apples. We all like apples. That's the first catchphrase. And the second catchphrase is I say, what's been killed? And you say, the atmosphere. Let's try that. What's been killed? The atmosphere. And the final catchphrase is I say, I like what you're doing, and then we all join in with the next bit, but it's a bit too visual for radio. Let's try that. I like what you're doing, but it's a bit too visual for radio. Are you ready for the first guest? Yes! You're ready for the first guest. I'm ready for the first guest. We're all ready for the first guest. What an absolute thrill to have someone here, ladies and gentlemen, who is a chef from the army. Let's hear it for Tim O'Sullivan. Let's hear it for him. Tim, it's a great pleasure to have you here. You're in the army.
Ex-army, yes.
Ex-army? Yeah. How long ago did you leave?
A long time ago.
Right. All right, that's quite a lot of detail. How many years ago was it? Was it years ago? Or?
Years ago, yes.
Yeah, how many years ago was that?
Years ago.
Years ago. Right. Did they make you leave because you just weren't forthcoming enough? You'd be good if you were tortured, though. You wouldn't give anything away, would you?
No.
So you were a chef?
I was a chef, yes.
Oh, you gave that away quite quickly.
Yeah.
Right. But, and were you always a chef? I mean, did you join the army as a chef?
I joined the army. I was in the TA. And I built myself up from there.
Right, okay.
I was a comic chef, then I turned to a chef.
A comedy chef? Oh, what?
I was a comic chef, then I became a chef, yeah.
What's a commie chef, you say?
Yeah.
You don't mean you work for the Russians? No. What does that actually mean, though, a commie chef?
I basically do all the sandwiches, all the runarounds.
Oh, right, OK. So you're making sandwiches?
Yeah, and peeling potatoes.
Peeling potatoes, yeah, great.
Great job.
No, sounds like great. But someone's got to do it because an army marches on its stomach. I know
Absolutely,
this phrase.
Yeah.
And did you do this cooking in the field?
Everywhere. I'm in Amazon.
Oh, right. Well, they do some great work, don't they? Yes. Yes. Did you really go to the Amazon? Did you? Did you really? You cooked in the Amazon. You went all the way to the Amazon and you made them sandwiches. Is that what they probably could have taken them with them, to be fair. You wouldn't have had to go out there and cut it all up.
No, we're on manoeuvres in the Amazon.
You're on manoeuvres?
Yeah.
All right. So just an exercise?
Exercise, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What was the actual exercise? Can you describe it to me?
Basically, there was two groups of us. We had to be cami and literally just hide out until the others arrived.
Right. Oh, cami as in camouflage?
Camouflage, yeah.
All right. Does commie stand for camouflage? Great. I was in the army once, you know.
Was you really?
No. But I was. I woke up one morning and someone was pointing a hairdryer at my duvet. I said, don't blow my cover. And the sergeant said to me, he said, what does surrender mean? I said, I give up. And something extraordinary happened to you when you were in the Amazon, didn't it? Can you tell us what it was?
I was undercover. I was on point defence. I was just literally a lookout.
What's on point defence?
Basically, if an enemy was coming, I would be the first point of contact to let them.
Oh, I see. Oh, they put you at the front.
Yeah.
The chef. Did you have the feeling you were being sacrificed or something? You were there, with a bucket of sandwiches, and you just thought, if someone comes at me with that bayonet, I'm chucking at these ham and mustards are going straight at them. Anyhow, there you were, standing alone at the front.
There was a rustling in the back, and this wild boar just came out to have a drink.
Right, so he was...
He was like 3 foot in front of me.
Right, but you said you had the privilege of seeing something strike it. Something happened.
Yeah.
Tell us.
A green anaconda come straight out of the water.
Anaconda?
Which I didn't realise was there. If it was there, I would have moved on to the next bush.
Yeah. So you saw an anaconda strike a boar in the Amazon. I saw an anaconda strike a boar in the Amazon. We all saw an anaconda strike a boar in the Amazon. Let's hear it for Tim O'Sullivan. There he is. Well, would you believe that? No, is the answer. It's probably the answer. Let's celebrate with a song. Hit the music, please. Let go. frisbee, scale electrics, doll's house, transformers, Barbie, space opera, teddy bear, Rubik's cube, Action Man, Meccano, train set. I'm toying with you. Ian! 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 Greg! 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 Oh, don't you just love Gregorian chants? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the next guest. Are you ready for the next guest? Yes! And so am I. What an absolute thrill to have this person with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're very, very lucky. She is an HR officer, Sarah Drizzen. Let's hear it for Sarah! Hello, Sarah. You work for HR,
Yes.
and then you put comma charity. So do you work for HR for a charity?
Yes, I do.
Right, voluntary work. I wouldn't do it if you paid me. What's the charity, Sarah? What's the charity?
It's a Christian charity called London City Mission.
Ah, right, OK. And what do they do, then? What's the...
All sorts of stuff around London, different
Right.
ministries and kind of social action and things like that. So,
What kind of social action-y things do you do?
work with the homeless,
Nice.
community activities in various places.
Yeah, well, I haven't got a lot of homeless jokes. What's been killed? The atmosphere! No, but that's tremendous. Great work that you do that. Have you seen my new Christian restaurant? It's called The Lord Giveth, and it also does takeaway. I've actually got a Christian mobile. It's pray as you go. You might want to use that joke when you...
Yeah.
I got a text from heaven. That was a godsend. That's all my Christian charity stuff. So how did you get involved with that?
I'd just done a music degree, actually, and I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing, and it just fell into my lap, so...
Wow.
I
What were you
ended up there.
doing? What music were you doing?
Oh, all sorts. Lots of ethnomusicology, so lots of world music
sorry.
and stuff like that. Sorry.
Ethnomusicology. Write that down, sir. Ethnomusicology. What on earth is that?
Well, I can't really remember. It's so long ago.
I spent half the course trying to remember the name of it, I should think.
The study of music and other places and how it kind of integrates with society and things like that. from what I remember, so.
Ethnomusicology. I tell you what, this isn't just, just not just jokes, is it? We are learning. I'm learning a valuable lesson as we go along. But now you work for this charity,
Yeah,
so what current social action things are you in the middle of at the moment?
We've got some really cool homeless projects, youth clubs, and things like
What
that.
happens at the... Do you help out at these
I
places?
don't know. I'm in the office doing HR.
And what kind of vacancies are currently available in that? Because I may be looking for some sort of job.
We don't really have many at the moment. Actually.
You don't have many?
Not
Oh, you
right
thought quickly on your
now.
feet there, didn't you? There must be something. What was the last job that you gave to someone? I was thinking maybe we could do a bit of role play. I could come in as though I'm being interviewed for the job, and you could interview me, and we could see whether or not. Yeah, do you want to do that? Let's do that.
Okay.
Well, first of all,
If you like.
you certainly seem as though you want to do that. But what am I coming to interview for?
Let's say a cafe assistant. We've got cafes as well, so. We'll say
Oh, right,
cafe
so it's
assistant.
quite a
Yeah.
high-fly position. OK, right. A cafe assistant.
Yeah.
Right, OK. My goodness me, I hope I get this. Everything's crossed. Right, so in I come. OK, so I'll just, I suppose I'll knock on the door.
Come in.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm quite nervous.
So am I.
So, well, here I am. I'm here for the cafe assistant role. I did a joke there about a role. So away you go. I don't want to drive it. After all, you're interviewing me.
What do you know about this role?
I like it. Callback. Nice. I know that I like cafes because I like people. I like I like talking to people.
Do you have coffee-making skills?
Do you mean, can I stir? Is that what you mean? What kind of skills do you mean? Exactly?
Coffee art?
Coffee art?
Yeah, barista skills.
Do I have to know those?
Sometimes.
Right. What times of the day would they be? Can I ask you what the hours are?
They are negotiable at the moment.
All right. I'd just like to do half an hour a week. Round of applause. She's obviously a very nice interviewer. Let's hear it for Sarah Newton! Thank you, Sarah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thought we'd have a little bit of a break from the interviewing now, and we'd actually play a game. In order to play a game, what we have to do is we have to have a prize and a contestant. And this man down here is the contestant. Give him a round of applause. Here he is. Can I ask you what your name is?
Robert.
Robert. Right, OK. Robert, you are the contestant. The prize, as it happens, is a drum kit. OK? I know, yeah. So you can make your own drum. And the game is French cricket. French cricket. I have a box here. Inside are 53 crickets. And only one of them is French. It's your job, Robert, to point at the cricket you think is French. OK? So if you're at home now, I'm now holding the box towards Robert. Point at the one you think. Just point for me, Robert. Point. That one, that one. OK. Let's just... OK. And you are right! He's got it right! Give him a round of applause! Out of 53 crickets, he correctly identified the French cricket. Excuse me while I have a quick word with the cricket that he correctly pointed at. I told you not to wear the beret. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for a song. Why not sing a song? That's what you're all waiting for, isn't it? Yes. Oh, you are? I'm actually totally deaf. Yeah, I never thought I'd hear myself say that. Hit the music, please. I'm throwing hay fever tablets at you. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the next guest? Yes! Me too, and I tell you what, we're very lucky to get this person with us. Please welcome an engineer from Boreham Wood. It's Ken Spears. Let's hear it for Ken. Ken, what a thrill to have you here with us. You're an engineer.
Yes.
Yes, and what do you actually do?
Electronics engineer.
Right.
Do military stuff.
Military stuff? What kind of electronic stuff do you do with the military? Like electric guns and things?
Things that protect ships from torpedoes.
Right. What, like some sort of... What protects a ship from a torpedo?
Something that goes in the water and makes a big noise.
Right. Has it not got a name?
It's a countermeasure.
Countermeasure?
Yes.
Wow. And you make these things? Do you design them as well?
Yeah.
And do you... is this your dream job that you're doing at the moment?
Yeah, I guess so.
So when you eventually got the job, what was the first thing you designed?
Sonoboy.
Sonoboy?
Yep.
Sonoboy. Wow. These are great because these are all things I've not heard of. And for that reason, it's gripping. And have you ever been on a submarine yourself?
Yes.
Right. And have you been in one? Because that's safer, of course. Either way, this is going down well. But you've got a dog, haven't you, Ken?
I used to have a dog.
Please. What happened to it? What's been killed? The atmosphere. What happened to your dog?
Well, many years ago,
Yes.
in Glasgow, we had a dog.
What was his name or her name?
Sandy.
Sandy. Lovely. Was she a bitch? So you were in Glasgow, I understand.
Yes. And we're driving along, and we stopped, and the dog jumped out of the car and ran off.
He could open the door from the inside, can he? Or was the window open?
The door. We opened the door, and he ran off.
You opened the door of the car, and the dog ran off.
Yes.
Right. And did you see where he went?
He just ran off into the distance and
So you
and
saw...
disappeared.
He disappeared?
Yes.
This is... We're kind of looking for something more uplifting than this stuff. The dog ran off into the distance, and that was it?
Yes.
Right. Right. And so did you look that day? You looked?
Yes, for many days, yes. We tried
For many
to find,
days?
Yes, we tried to find him.
So you looked one day and you looked 2 days. Still nothing?
Nothing.
3 days?
Yeah.
So tell us what happened. How long before anything?
A few months later, after we disappeared, about 3 months later.
3 months later?
Yeah, we were driving along through Glasgow and we stopped.
You stopped, yeah.
Opened the car door to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And the dog ran up and jumped in the car as if he'd never been there.
Well, that is extraordinary. So I now want to ask you a question from the Book of Killer Questions. Have you ever killed anyone? Ken Spears! Thank you, Ken. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky with our next guest. What an absolute thrill. They've come all the way from Wales. It's music teacher Helen Standing. Let's hear it for Helen. Lovely to see you, Helen.
And you, Tim?
Right, and are you well? Are you well?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Great. A music teacher. I always think that sounds like an impossibly glamorous sort of job. I mean, it's just wonderfully uplifting, isn't it, to work with music every day. You know that you're going to be in there with... I mean, you do enjoy it, don't you, Helen?
Yeah, it's great fun. Yeah. It's great fun. You have to be your own roadie, though.
You have to be your own roadie?
Yes, there's a lot of gear to pack in the car.
What do you
every day.
teach? The grand piano?
All sorts. Because I work in rural areas, so
Right.
I do lots of instruments.
How many instruments can you play?
About 10 or so, something like that.
I never quite know when people say 10 or so. I mean, presumably you know how many. I mean, if you look at a flute, you go, yeah, I'm not sure, actually. What's your favourite instrument that you play? Which one would you say you excel at?
Piano's probably best, because I was playing that for longer.
Right.
And
How long were you playing that for?
30 years, something like that.
Crikey, it's a good job you came here for a break then, is it? Yeah. What's your favourite piece on the piano?
At the moment, I'm trying to do a medley of TV themes.
Oh, right.
So,
no, I meant you like... My favourite's the lid. I meant... But TV themes, is that right? You're doing a medley of TV themes?
Yeah. So I started putting a few of them together last year. Been learning the Downton Abbey theme, so I played that on the piano.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What other themes? What segues from Downton Abbey?
After Downton Abbey, I do Birds of a Feather.
Of course, they're so similar, those tunes.
Yeah.
Where do you go after that?
Midsummer Murders.
Right, OK, yeah.
And then Coronation Street.
Right. That must come out of nowhere.
Then I got a bit of Neighbours in there.
Right, right.
Then I either do Doctor Who or Wallace and Gromit, depending on what I feel like doing.
Are your family worried about you, Helen? But that sounds properly creative, what you're doing.
Yeah, it's really good fun.
Yeah.
So
you came out of Chester Zoo once, didn't you?
Yeah.
Dressed, it says here, I mean, when I read this, first of all, I thought, what an extraordinary thing. But having spoken to you for a bit, this seems like one of the more normal things you've done. So you came out of Chester Zoo dressed as a monkey.
Yeah. Because we were in the shop. And I was looking around for a gift that would be a bit different.
Yes.
Because the fridge is really full of magnets, so I wanted something a bit more original.
Right.
And they had these monkey masks.
You're putting the fridge magnets inside the fridge?
So I got this monkey mask, and I happened to be wearing brown.
Right.
And then, because my hair is really long and brown as well, so
Yes.
as I was walking through the car park, the kids...
Wearing the monkey mask?
Yeah.
Right.
The kids would all start laughing.
Yes.
And then we got in the car, and I wasn't driving, I'll just point that out now. So as we
Yes.
were driving around the car park, kept the
Yes.
monkey mask on and just waved at all the kids. And the kids are all going, oh, Mummy, there's a monkey escaping from the zoo. So I just left it on there, and we drove out of Chester Zoo, and I still had the mask on.
Right.
So I was just carried on waving at people. And
How long did you wave for, Helen?
we got onto the motorway.
You're still waving at this stage?
Yeah, it was great.
Right. Yes.
And then we passed a coach.
Right.
So all the kids then were, looking at me, and I was just waving
Still
as a
waving,
monkey.
right, you're still
But then I thought, any minute now,
any time
somebody
to
is
stop,
going
or
to
you
have
carried
an
on?
accident. So
Yeah, so then what happened?
I thought, for safety's sake, better take it off, because you could see when, one of the drivers or something was going to veer towards our car or something.
Still, you were in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
It's not as if you were driving. Perhaps you could give us your top 10 favourite musical instruments. Would you do that for us, Helen? Would you? Just, in reverse order from 10?
OK, in 10th position.
Hang on, I'll do the in 10th position. Can we have the music, please? Welcome to Helen Standing's chart. Her 10 favourite musical instruments. Straight in at number 10.
The cello.
The cello. A non-riser at number 9.
The violin.
Exciting times. What's at number 8?
Bass guitar.
And at number 7?
The recorder.
The excitement's building as we head to number 1. And at number 6?
The harmonica.
They're getting smaller, viewers. At number 5, it's a new entry.
The ocarina.
I'm sorry?
Ocarina.
At number 4?
The flute.
At number 3?
Trumpet.
At number 2?
Saxophone.
And straight in at number 1, Helen Standing's favourite musical instrument is...
The drum kit.
It's the drum kit! For Helen Standing! Helen Standing. Well, what a fun time we've had talking to all these different people. My goodness me, we've really seen the whole of humanity here tonight. I was in this pub and I saw this very drunk bloke sitting in a seat, and he said to me, what do you do for a living? I said, I'm a comedian. He said, I admire anyone who can stand up. I said, I bet you can't name a single subject I don't have a joke about. He said, beavers. I said, damn. He said, does every joke have to contain a vegetable? I said, not necessarily. But ladies and gentlemen, as we reach the end of the show, do you know there's one word that sums it all up for me? The word is gratitude. You guys, thank you for sharing your stories with me. Every single one of them was mind-blowing. I said, you guys, when I look at your faces, my heart starts to soften. You have an encouraging smile, you should use it more often. And yours a little bit less. I said, you guys, wasn't it great to hear what you all had to say? I don't think I got that job in the community cafe. You've been inspired, I've been inspired, we've all been inspired. Thank you very much, good night. The Tim Vine Chat Show is produced by Richard Morris and is a BBC Studios production.
All the guests on the Tim Vine are plucked from the audience on the night of recording. The first time Tim meets them is when they walk up on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tim Vine Chat Show. Applaud like you've never applauded before. In other words, look surprised by the sound it makes. Let's hear it for your host, Tim Vine! Thank you! Good evening. So I was chopping up carrots with the Grim Reaper, dicing with death. Yes, here we are. It's the Tim Vine Chat Show, the show where you, the audience, provide all the entertainment, which can only mean one thing. What we need is a miracle. What we need is a miracle. And I believe in miracles, don't you?
Yes!
So many friendly faces, mainly friendly faces. Let's grab this one chance, and if this miracle comes true, it'll be a miracle. Another great voice, round of applause, here we go. You know, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's been quite a day. I was rearranging the position of Dracula's teeth. Yes, I did a bit of feng shui. And then I found a train ticket. It was a day return. That took me back. Now, we've all heard the theory that people look like their pets. Well, tonight I'm going to test that theory out. You, sir, have you got a llama? Just so you know, whoever's sitting there, I always say, have you got a llama? I just got lucky tonight. I'd like to start tonight by performing a play in which I'm a fisherman who catches a cod, then takes mercy on it and throws it back into the sea, and you are going to play that cod. You don't want to do it? All right, I'll let you off the hook. So I said to this bloke, I said, I'm appearing in Hamlet at the Globe Theatre. He said, are you being facetious? I said, no, Polonius. Then he handed me a box stuffed with Jamaican hair extensions. Dreadful. But I get a lot of presents from my next-door neighbours, lovely Italian family called the Ratzes. Yes, the dad's a bit annoying, Paparazzi. So I looked outside the window, I saw the Great Wall of China hovering above a rabbi. I thought, that's long overdue. I'll tell you what is long overdue, going to a jazz playground. I went to a jazz playground, all they had was a slide and a seesaw, and as far as I'm concerned, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got a swing. So I went to Sooty's barbecue at a sweepstake. I met the man who invented windowsills. What a ledge. And this antique dealer came up to me. He said, what do you think of the Chinese dynasty? I said, it's very badly dubbed. I said, I'm going to open a shop in Saudi Arabia. He said, Dubai? I said, yes, and sell. But, you know, my grandfather was a very controversial artist. He designed the lions in Trafalgar Square. It doesn't sound very cutting edge, but at the time, that really put the cat amongst the pigeons. But, you know, I met this builder at a party, and I said to him, I said, my bathroom window rattles. And so he gave me his card, and I got home, I folded it into 4. So I said to this New Zealand bloke, I said, I'm going to a Swedish furniture shop. He said, does it look like IKEA? So I went down to a local joke shop. I said, what are you actually selling here? He said, nothing, we're not a real shop. So I went to the Red Cross. I said, I want to buy a stretcher. He said, do you want to try it out first? I said, no, I don't want to get carried away. But what a show we've got for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The guests of the show are actually sitting in the audience. But first of all, let's welcome tonight's house band. Let's hear it for the Duck Feathers. Here they are. Give a round of applause. Yes, the Duck Feathers. They've had a lot of downloads. You make that funny. Now, before we start, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do some catchphrases. The first catchphrase is I say, how tall are you? And you say...
5'7".
You're 5'7". I'm 5'7". We're all 5'7". The next catchphrase, I say, what's been killed? And you say, the atmosphere. Let's try that. What's been killed? The atmosphere. And the last catchphrase is I say, don't do the jokes, and then you all go, leave that to Tim. So, don't do the jokes. Leave that to Tim. Are you ready for the first guest? Yes. You're ready for the first guest. I'm ready for the first guest. We're all ready for the first guest. It's Reservoir panel engineer, John Holland. Let's hear it for John. You are a Reservoir panel engineer. What is that? What do you do?
I inspect reservoirs and dams. You know, the reservoirs got water in them, dams to hold the water back.
I know I look stupid, John. But that's great. And I've started that. I used to be part of a think tank on the same.
That's very good.
Thank you. Shut up. John liked it. But how do you... This is a serious question, actually. How do you actually inspect things that are underwater? Because those are quite dangerous, those reservoirs, aren't they?
That is true. They are dangerous. Yeah. Well, most of the inspection's done from above water, you'll be pleased to know, so I don't normally get wet.
No, right.
That's very important.
But nonetheless, the panels are underwater, aren't they? So how do you inspect? You can't just look, can you, surely?
I've never worked out why it's called a panel engineer. What's it got to do with panels?
John, you're asking the wrong man. So you... But how do you inspect the actual panels, then, John?
I've never found any panels at reservoirs yet. So it's a pretty easy job.
Well, there we are. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of my depth. Now, something happened to you, didn't it? I'm hoping it did, anyway.
Yeah.
You were once stranded at an airport.
Yep.
What happened?
So I took the family on holiday to Jersey. on the way back. I had the tickets with me.
Yeah.
And when we got to the airport, as you do, you look up to find out what time the flight's going to go and is it on time and all that sort of thing. No sign of the flight at all. Right. So went to the information desk and asked what was going to happen with the flight, and they said that flight doesn't exist. So there we were, stranded at the airport.
You'd booked on a phantom flight?
Yes.
Right.
It was a very weird experience.
Sounds very weird. It's almost as though everything that you think is there is not there in your life. Because here's another story. It says you once had a slice of cherry cake, and what was different about that?
Went to a cafe, bought a slice. It was advertised as cherry cake.
Yes.
Of course, get the cherry cake, eat the cherry cake.
Yes.
And then I thought afterwards, there definitely weren't any cherries in that cherry cake. There were no
you bought a cherry cake and there was no...
There were no cherries in the cherry cake.
You booked a return flight and the flight didn't exist.
Exactly.
You've got a job looking for something you've never seen.
Exactly that.
Let's hear it for John! There he is! Exactly, John. I don't believe in conspiracy theories, ladies and gentlemen. I think they've all been made up. I'd like to sing a song for you now. This song is called What Does He Mean By That? Hit the music, please. People say, don't they? Everyone remembers what they were doing when they heard the news that Kennedy died. But I wasn't alive, so I only remember what the guy from the CIA told me in confidence.
What does he mean by that? What does he mean? What does he mean by that? What does he mean by that? What does he mean? What does he mean by that?
People say, do they, don't they? Yes. There must be life on other planets. After all, it's a pretty big universe. And I believe that it's true, although I've got no idea where these aliens live. Well, I say no idea.
What does he mean by that? What does he mean? What does he mean by that? What does he mean by that? What does he mean? What does he mean by that?
It's finished! Applause! Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I actually wrote that when I was minus 11.
What does he mean by that? What does he mean? What does he mean by that?
Are you ready for the second guest? This person is a pharmacist from Ipswich. Let's hear it for Karen Howlett. Come on, Karen, join me. Karen, thank you so much for joining us. Now, you are an extraordinary job. You're the boil on a farmer, a pharmacist. No, not a pharmacist. It's the way it's written. You're a pharmacist.
Yes, I am.
But what is that? What do you actually do then?
I'm a surgical pharmacist looking after pain management in post-op pain patients.
Patients? So you pain relief?
Pain relief, mate, is my prime thing, yeah.
Right.
And end-of-life care.
Oh, right. What's been killed? The atmosphere! I used to go out with an anaesthetist. Yeah, she was a local girl. Yeah, we had a lot of good times, in general. All right. No more anaesthetist jokes, although there probably are some more somewhere out there in the ether. Anyway, listen, it's great. You're clearly a knockout, Karen. If there are you an anaesthetist? Is that what you are? Sort of.
I work with an anaesthetist, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good enough. That's why I'm doing the jokes. There may be some more anaesthetist jokes, but if there are, I'm not conscious of them. So, Karen, is there a scale of pain? Oh, that's a question. Is there a scale of pain?
We get patients to score their pain from
Do
0
you?
to 10.
That's a fun game. That could be a game show.
Sometimes it is, and describe the quality of it.
The quality of it?
We used to...
What's the quality of your pain?
Sharp or dull. And I used to say to patients, if you were going to give me the pain you've got, what would you do? And they say, replace your knee.
Replace your knee?
Yeah, because it's mostly knee replacement patients, so...
Yeah, so they were sort of doing a joke.
Kind of.
Don't do the jokes. Leave that to Tim! Although if you do have any, chip in, Karen. Tell us this extraordinary thing that happened to you. A colleague invited you out on a date.
Very nice chap invited me out to see the football. Queued in the rain from 6 in the morning to get the tickets for the Ipswich-Norwich derby.
The Ipswich-Norwich derby?
Big game.
He queued for that?
He queued for that.
Yes.
Seats at the on the centre line, brilliant.
The halfway line, we call it, but yeah, centre line tells us what it is.
Fantastic.
Yeah. You were actually sitting there. You must have got in the way of play. So you're there, you're on a date.
Yeah, 87th minute. Megson pass back to Brian Gunn. Goalkeeper missed it.
End to end. Own goal?
Yeah, 87th minute.
Right.
And I just jumped up and flung my arms around the bloke next to me, and it wasn't Jeff.
So you went on a date with a guy and kissed someone else who was standing next to him.
You know,
but
we just jumped up, and then Jeff wasn't quick enough, to be honest.
Do you still see Jeff?
No.
You don't?
To be fair, he had to be nice to me because I was giving him a lift home. He hadn't got a car, so...
Oh. Well, there we are. It's, But I want to ask you a question now, and if you get this right, you win a book of anonymous poems, and it's a very rare signed copy. The answer is true, or the answer is false.
The answer is true, or the answer is false.
OK, this is for the book of poems. My grandmother's teeth are not real.
False.
You say they're false.
Yes.
So that's true. You're saying that they're not real. So it's true that they're false, but they're not real. So is it? But you think that's false.
True.
So that.
True.
Well, either way, the answer is true, or the answer is false.
The answer is true, or the answer is false.
Let's hear it for Karen, ladies and gentlemen. There she is. There we go. I tell you what, football. I do love football, actually. In fact, this bloke said to me, he said, "Can you tell me your availability to run a football team in Sheffield?" I said, "I can't manage Wednesday." Well, ladies and gentlemen, what I thought I'd do is for the people who are listening on the radio at home who can't see this wonderful audience here, I thought I would talk to someone in the front row and ask them what their favourite bit of the show is so far. So let's just talk. Let's talk to you. Hello. What's your name?
Hello, my name's Mr. Coughlin.
Hello, Mr. Coughlin. So have you enjoyed the show so far?
Oh yeah, I've loved it. Loved it.
What's been your favourite bit of the show so far? Have you enjoyed the guests?
Oh, the guests have been wonderful guests. But can I just say, Tim, look, you don't mind me saying this?
No, you go on. No, you carry on.
The best thing for me was, I just think you're so funny.
Mr. Coughlin. Oh, Mr. Coughlin.
No, isn't he, ladies and gentlemen? He's so funny.
Mr. Coughlin, please, you're embarrassing me. People will think that I've written this for you.
No, you haven't written it down. My wife likes it as well, don't you, Sandy?
Yes. Oh, we love you, Tim.
So you're not from the same area of the world as your husband, no, but it's lovely that you would be here, the two of you. And
we're not here alone.
Are you not?
No, we brought our French exchange student. He loves you as well, don't you, Pierre?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but you're so funny. You're so funny.
Thank you, Mr. Coughlin. That's very, very, very sweet of you. Let's hear it for Mr. Coughlin in the front row. That's very kind of you. Are you ready for the next guest? Me too, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome to the stage a very special guest. They're from Hemel Hempstead. They're a chaplain. Let's hear it for Ray Ashley Brown. Oh, I sort of got excited for the wrong reason there, actually, Ray, to be honest. I thought you were going to come up with a bowler hat and a cane, but it's not that sort of chaplain, is it?
I did win a dance competition last year dressed as Charlie Chaplin.
That's slightly weird. Well, I didn't know that. Is that right? Were you?
It's true.
What sort of dance were you doing then?
Did the Paso Doble, not dressed as Charlie Chaplin. That was one of the dances. And the Charleston, dressed as Charlie Chaplin.
Right, so you do dance... What's this to take... Why dressed as Charlie Chaplin? Is that... What's...
Well, because I'm the chaplain. And...
Oh, I see. So actually the joke that I made is well...
It is, yeah. I got there before you.
Yes, well, I wasn't there that night, but...
No.
But you're a chaplain, and it's a lovely job to do, to encourage people. Where do you do this? Do you do it in a church or something, do you? Where do you do it?
In a hospice.
Oh, blimey. What's been killed? The atmosphere! But something extraordinary happened to you, if we could just pass over your job for a moment. When you drove from Cornwall to Nottingham in torrential rain, can you tell us what happened?
I did a long time ago. I'd been surf canoeing in Cornwall.
Surf canoeing?
Surf canoeing.
You're doing a lot of combining of stuff. Charlie Chaplin dancing, surf canoeing.
Surf canoeing.
I did a bit of canoeing once in the sea, and then someone jumped out and stole my wallet. Yeah, it was a crime wave. Come on! But you were on your way, weren't you, from Cornwall to Nottingham in torrential rain, if we could get back to the...
Yeah, we've been surf canoeing.
Yes, you've done
and we were heading back.
I know how that's done. If it's flat,
it was torrential rain, and I was in a very old car that had a Vauxhall Viva, and the windscreen wipers didn't work.
Right. Had they ever worked?
They had worked up until that point.
So they stopped working when it rains?
They stopped working, yeah. Just before we set off in the rain, they'd stopped working. Right. So what we did was, we had some baler twine in the car.
Some what?
Baler twine, you know they used to...
It was a baby sham. Yeah, it's a...
Baler twine.
Baler twine.
Everybody know what baler twine is?
Oh, yeah, right, you do. It's like string. You mean string?
It's like string, yeah. It's a certain kind of string.
You could have said string.
String, OK. We had some string in the car.
Thank you.
So we tied one piece of string to one windscreen wiper one side.
Right.
And one piece of string to the other windscreen wiper the other side.
Right.
And one person in the front had one string, and one person at the back had the other string. And they
backwards and forwards,
pulled, yeah. The whole journey. It worked, yeah. It worked.
No.
It did work. Yeah. Their arms got very tired, but it worked.
Oh, blimey. I used to work in a windscreen wiper factory. The bloke said, "Do you enjoy it?" I said, Let's play dessert topping.
You name a dessert and I'll name a better one. Dessert topping.
I'll name a dessert, and then you've got to name a better dessert. Then I've got to name a better dessert than that, and we carry on until one of us says raspberry trifle. Which obviously is the best dessert. So that always wins. OK, so why don't you start us off with... You start us off.
Spotted dick.
OK, I'm going to say raspberry trifle. That's 1-0 to me. OK, it's first to two. So now I'll start this time. Here we go. I'll say tiramisu.
I'll say raspberry trifle.
No, sorry, that's part of the rules I didn't explain. The raspberry trifle cannot have the same position in consecutive rounds. That's just one of the rules of it. So you can't say raspberry trifle. So I've said tiramisu. You've said...
Strawberry yoghurt.
OK, I'm going to say... Strawberry yoghurt. That is a very good one, strawberry yoghurt. I'm going to say... raspberry trifle. So it's 2-0 to me. That's dessert topping!
Dessert topping.
Let's hear it for Ray! There he is! 22. What a thrill to have someone from Aveley in Essex here, ladies and gentlemen. He's a saxophone player. Let's hear it for Robert Shuffle. Let's hear it for Robert! Lovely to see you. Pick your feet up when you walk, Robert. Robert Shuffle. Now, Robert Shuffle, for a start, that's a brilliant name. It's a proper name. It sounds like a stage name, actually.
It does.
Yeah, and you play the saxophone, so you are used to being on stage. You're used to being in this...
I'm used to being in this environment, yeah.
Right. And so where do you play the saxophone normally? I suppose around the mouth
mainly.
area. Around the mouth area. Oh, we're nearly finished. No, sorry, where do you normally play the saxophone?
Pubs and clubs, you know.
Right, OK.
Weddings.
Yeah.
Funerals.
You don't get much call for saxophone at funerals, do you?
No.
No, not really, no. But and do you have a... do you play with a band?
A duo.
A duo?
Yeah.
Do you have a... have you got a name for the duo?
The Burns Brothers.
The Burns Brothers?
Yeah.
Right, that sounds slightly medical. The Burns Brothers?
Yeah.
Why is that, then?
The guy I replaced was Mr. Burns, and he retired and I took over.
But still, do you have a sort of interesting range of songs that you do? What do you normally start with?
Usually a ska one.
A ska one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that, isn't it?
That sort of stuff.
Yeah. Ska, Burns, it's all... So what ska stuff do you do?
Desmond Decker, stuff like that.
Yeah, I know Desmond Decker. I know I'm trying to think... Is that the Egyptians, is it? No,
Israelites.
Israelites, sorry.
That sort of thing.
Having said that, I went down to a local Egyptian shop. I said, can I buy a glyphic? He said, no, you can only hire a glyphic. So it's quite lucky that I accidentally said Egyptian. So, and do you go from the ska stuff? What other stuff do you do other than that?
A lot of 60s rock and roll, that sort of thing.
OK, right. So I'm trying to think what 60s rock and roll would be. 60s rock and roll.
60s and rock and roll.
Oh, and rock and roll. So you maybe do stuff by Little Richard?
Yep.
OK. What songs do you do by Little Richard?
Keep a knocking, but you can't come in, that sort of thing.
Oh, great. So if I sing that, you could play your saxophone part, could you?
If I had it with me, yeah.
No, but you can make a noise.
Yeah.
OK, right. I keep on knocking, but I can't come in. I keep on knocking, but I can't come in. I keep on knocking, but I can't come in. Come back tomorrow night and try it again.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Robert, but my career's peaked. You recently had to play in a nudist camp.
Yep. In Surrey.
I didn't even know nudist camps existed. It feels like a very sort of, carry-on camping sort of thing, doesn't it? You sort of don't think it exists.
Sorry, it's a beautiful place. You should come.
Well, I may well do. I've got nothing on at the moment. What an extraordinary time we've had together. This bloke said to me, Tim, as a young boy, was your mother very strict with you? I said, let me make one thing absolutely clear. My mother was never a young boy. Mind you, she used to beat me with a telephone. Yeah, I was always on the receiving end. I remember the first thing my mum said to me when I was born. She said, I was expecting you. But ladies and gentlemen, you've been a unique audience.
What does he mean by that? What does he mean? What does he mean by that?
Maybe we should do it again someday. That would be nice.
What does he mean by that? What does he mean? What does he mean by that?
But is it...
What does he mean by that? What does he mean? What does he mean by that?
But ladies and gentlemen, as we reach the end of the show, I have one word going through my mind. And do you know what that word is? Is it genius? Please, Mr. Coughlin. The word I have is gratitude. You guys, thank you for sharing your stories with me. Every single one of them was fascinating. You guys, when I look at your faces, my heart starts to soften. You have an encouraging smile, you should use it more often. And yours a little bit less. I said, you guys, this is the verse where I always ad-lib. La 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 la, la 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 la. I've been inspired, you've been inspired, we've all been inspired. Thank you very much, good night. The Tim Vine Chat Show is produced by Richard Morris and is a BBC Studios production.